Alright, going live again. It's become a little more frequent for me. Glory to God. See if anybody starts pouring in. Ben, what is good? Can always count on you. Sound is clear? That's awesome. Is it more clear than usual? Does it sound better than usual? Let me try to. I mean, it's good. I don't need to try to. I want I get real OCD. I got the MPK Mini Plus kind of hanging out the side. I was gonna move it, but no, it's cool. I'll leave it like this. I think I'm gonna do some zooming. I got some good zoom tools, so we can really look at what's going on with the Mini Plus. Sounds better for sure. Cool. I'm actually using a different mic. I always wanted to try one of these mics and answer this because it is a dynamic mic and the heater's blowing in the background because it is winter time. We're trying to keep the house warm, keep the apartment warm. I like the key bed. This is actually like, it's sitting right in front of me. It looks beautiful to me. I think it's really nicely put together. It looks very good, and it's just looking at it is inspiring to me. The key bed feels good, actually. I was just trying to compare it. I didn't do a legitimate comparison, like having what I've been using, you know, plugged in. I just kind of just, you know, and then I would say this is lighter. And I'm kind of liking the feel of this. It's a bit of a tighter, like, action. I do like this though. I mean, the action is cool, and as far as the response is cool when you're playing. But yeah, I'm really liking this right now, and it's just inspiring to look at sitting on my desk. Maybe it's just something new, you know. But it looks very nice. It's very clean. But yeah, what I'm doing today is just gonna be working with one shots, composing something, working with one shots. And here, and by one shots I mean not just, you know, like the drum sounds, but like I got a few things in here. This I sampled out of the MC-101. I don't currently have this on. I'm not gonna really be using this, other than maybe I might turn it on if I'm looking for a different sound, sample in like a C, and then do chromatic mode. This is like a little guitar sound from my one shot instrument pack. You can find it on Teespring in my store on here on YouTube, or a link in the description, either way. So yeah, and then working on another pack of just bass sounds, so that's from that. And this is also another one from my instrument one shot pack that I have. All these are like vinyl. I found these on vinyl, right? Just isolated sounds. Pedro, what's good? I am the one son. What's happening? Just chilling, man. Just had a moment to get in here. I always just, when I see that little moment, I jump in. So I don't really have a set schedule, but you know, a lot of times you'll find me here at like 1 in the morning, my time, of course. "37 keys is always the one for you." Yeah, I kind of like that, especially with chromatic mode here. It's less confusing to me. Just having everything is pretty much. So we only have two octaves. This actually sounds good. Like I mean, like this to me, like playing chords is actually cool right now. And maybe it's the sample that I hear. I had before I was messing with some samples that I had sampled in from FL Studio Mobile. But I like this. I guess it matters too what sounds you're messing with. Can you record in the MC-101? I think there was like an update where you can do it through USB. So that means the only way to do it, like if you wanted to sample with it, because there's no physical like audio inputs, like no stereo, TRS, anything like that on the 101. But what I've seen is they had an update, but you need to get a driver. So I believe it's probably only possible with like Windows or Mac. You got to put that driver on your computer, and then you could sample through the USB. So that's the limitation of that. But yeah, I'm not really messing with the 101 today. Other than, like I said, I might pull out some more one shots if I need to add something. What are you trying to figure out where to put this key bed here? Yeah, I mean, it's not super tiny. I think it is like kind of like a really nice size though, because you get 37 keys. I haven't had, and I don't know, it's a less common number. Yeah, be jamming. So you can look, it's got an SD card slot too, so you can bring in samples. Yeah, tell me about what you got. I am the one, son. What kind of gear you got? What you got? How many MPCs? Got an SP? I got quite a bit. I mean, or it's kind of redundant. At the moment, I have 3 MIDI controllers. You're happy that the real pitch bend? Yeah, it's nice. This grew on me though. I've become a fan of that, but it does seem, I've never had an issue with them breaking off, but I am kind of a little bit skeptical, because I've been carrying around my mini play in a bag, and with this just sticking like that, I feel like I should have another bag to go in that bag. Your wife's already looking at you crazy. Yeah, I feel it. But yeah, so I already sequenced this hi-hat and this snare. And I actually did the hi-hats with the MPK. So let me actually go ahead and do that real quick, so I can show you the process of it. I'm gonna do a zoom in. Let me zoom in real quick. Got some zoom here. Okay. So first, shift and global. I'm currently on MIDI track 16. Can we see this? Should I zoom in a little bit more? Currently on MIDI track 16. Push enter. I'm gonna go to track 1 where I got my drums on. Okay. So we got no repeat. Shift no repeat. Turn no repeat on. It is not. Oh, that's right. See, I believe now I haven't gotten the pads to control anything. I've been looking for settings on here on the actual MPK to figure out how to control sounds in here. But I don't know. At this point, I'm not sure, because I know that each bank is a MIDI channel. So MIDI channel 1 is just bank A. But I'm pretty sure, I don't know, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to use the note repeat for anything but the pads. But kind of like I was doing with the Oxygen Pro Mini, the way that works is you use ARP. Yeah. Hold shift and press no repeat so you can get into the settings there. Let me zoom in. So you got your BPM set. I can set it to the same BPM I have here on my SP. And then I can scroll down. We got divisions. Actually, I'm not supposed to be in no repeat. I'm supposed to be shifting ARP, right? Okay, since I'm not using no repeat, but I'm using the ARP as a no repeat on this. So if I'm wrong about not being able to use no repeat on the keys, forgive me, I'm still figuring this thing out, but it doesn't matter. You can hack the ARP. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know this. So now I'm discovering something. This is weird. Let me zoom out so y'all can see what's going on. So I was holding, this is my hi-hat, my note, and then I pressed this key next to it, and it did a different time division. I wonder why that is. I think that's just a little hack. Oh, I know why it is, because I'm on an ARP, right? So it's playing this key and then this key every other one. That's almost a genius hack I just fell on. That's pretty dope. So yeah, be jamming. I hear what you're saying, but that's not what's going on here. What's going on is, since I'm using the ARP, an ARP will, you know, repeat the notes. So if you play a chord down, it'll do a chord in a sequence. So see that? Isn't that interesting? If you're using ARP, and you can kind of just stumble across it. You can hack using the keys to slow down your. Now you're not going to be able to speed it up, but you can slow it down. Of course, I have a different note on there, so see, that's what's fun. Interesting, right? So I'll come back to that later. Let's just go. I'm going to go in and switch this back to global. There we go, our MIDI channel. Let's start playing something. Let me zoom all the way back out. Okay. Okay, let's just do this. You know, there's one thing that is a bug, I think, because it doesn't always do this, but it's something they need to fix with. It's something they need to fix with the chromatic mode, because sometimes it doesn't play in the mode that you want. You see what I'm saying? Like I recorded that as a chord, but it's playing it in like a mono. Well, it should be poly, right? So I'm gonna have to redo that. I should have copied this so I didn't have to like go in and do the erase mode and hold it down. But anyways, I'll do that real quick and then I'll make a copy so I don't make that same mistake and I can, you know, undo my mistake a lot quicker. This is something I was talking about earlier or last stream. So, okay. Just I think what I'm gonna do from here is I'm gonna go into chromatic mode from here, and I think maybe it'll work this way. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Nah, see, and I forgot to copy that over. See, same thing. It happened. It played mono. This has got to be a bug. Anyone else experiencing this? See, I left it in poly, didn't I? Or did I skip that step? Okay, it's weird. It's just kind of random. As you can see, like I didn't have to go back into chromatic mode and turn on poly. But when I hit record, as you notice, it didn't play in poly. It played mono and it played the notes in a sequence, right? I think that's kind of what it does. So let me copy this so I don't make this mistake and have to do this whole erase mode thing. Let me try it again and see what happens. So if y'all aren't seeing this, then just watch and see if it happens. Exactly. See that? Come on, Roland. What's going on? Or somebody tell me what's going on. See, now I can just delete that and copy this over. Make sure I always have a copy. Let's make 3 of them just in case. See what's going on in the chat. See if you guys can help me out with what the issue is that I'm having here. It's just random. It was working before I came on here. I am the one son. Okay, your list of gear 60, 1200. Okay, that's a bro. You have, what are those worth right now? 10, at least 10 racks each. Live 1 and 2 X Machine Plus 404. Which 404? This one or OG? Mini Brute and on and on. Okay, those just your favorites or your most currents? How long have you had this 60 and 1200? Have you had those for a while? Have you been collecting for a while? Because if you got those, any in this modern day, I know you pay something. Bunch of keyboard. Phantom is my favorite. Oh, okay. Which Phantom do you have? Got some ideas? As far as what? I mean, it was good. Yeah, the only thing about the one shots is they give you 2 octaves. Yeah, that's it. That's in my future request. Yeah, give us at least 1 or maybe 2 octaves, 2 more, 1 on each end. I mean, you could still do something with that because you could always sample higher notes, right? And then, but yeah, agreed as well. But even so, like if you sampled higher notes and just switch through those samples, you're gonna have probably a better quality because you're not pitching it up all crazy. Been using the OP1 as a synth and sampling one shots into it. Yeah, bro, I want to see that OP1 field. I used to have I ever mentioned I used to own an OP1, the OG, long time ago. I didn't keep it for long. It was dope, but I don't know. I didn't at the time. I also got like an MPC 500. I felt like I could do more in the 500. Yeah, guess it was just my mind state. It was really dope though. I mean, it's a really cool thing. Easy to switch octaves on the, yeah, because you got a full synth in there. How does the one shot sound in the OP1 field? Does it just pitch them up? Do you have any kind of time stretch in there? Last night was jamming with some jazz chords on it in my SP. Cool. Nice. Yeah, forgot about that. How the OP1 kind of has an old school Casio design to it. SP does some random glitches. You got both 404s, but there's like 4 models. Just the silver OG one, the SX 404A. Although they're all pretty much the same, I think. Yeah, I like the MC-101. I don't know. I mean, it's a cool thing. It's very like there's nothing like it that has all these sounds in it. But that's the only reason that I got it was the sounds. I don't think I'll ever get into the groove box side of the 101. So I don't know if it's worth keeping just for that. I mean, it is very convenient to have those sounds. But I'm leaning towards more like playing with one shots. I just like the idea of that in the SP. So I'll probably likely be sampling a lot of one shots. One shots sound great in the field. It's cool for sound design. That's what's up. Okay, let's see if I can. Let's see. Hey, that's wild. That's just wild. Like, it's just random. I had it working before I went live. I was messing with this, and as you see, it played poly, then plays mono at the end on the one. I don't know. I guess I'm gonna go do something else, like go out here and just resample myself and then loop it. See how that'll go, so I can get going, because it's just irritating right now. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna put this reverb on this. Okay, let me try these drums over again. See, I'm keeping a copy, so instead of having to go and use erase mode, I always have another copy that I can just delete what I last did and then copy it over, right? How are y'all working to get your workflow going? So this thing is super powerful. It is compared to what it was before, right? But there's still some limitations, which is kind of cool because, I mean, you find little hacks like this, right? But yeah, something like the chromatic mode that keeps jumping back into mono when you've set it to poly, that needs to be fixed. I mean, if you're gonna have these features, at least have them working properly. I mean, anyone out there just making original music, it's not an issue if you're doing like bass lines. And I could see a lot of people, you know, sampling, chopping up samples, you know, and putting them over drums and playing bass lines. I think that's maybe the #1 way people are doing beats on this, and just using chromatic mode for bass lines. But when you get into chords, which it's only just recently been created or been updated so you can do chords with the polyphony, and it's cool. But it even does that not just in the pattern mode, but when you're trying to resample yourself. Obviously, it worked this time, but I had the same issue too with chromatic mode, setting it to poly and then going to resample, and then it still played back in mono, just doing that little glitch thing. Don't use the chromatic feature. Yeah, I mean, it's one of the reasons why I got this. It's one of, like, it not having polyphonic chromatic mode was one of the reasons why I got rid of it, because I had a pretty early version that came out, like an early when that shipped, like in December of last year. Sold it. It's like, if this isn't gonna have polyphony, and that's the same reason why I had the Ovation Circuit Rhythm that came out like last year sometime too. I was really excited about it. It's a cool idea, but then it also was not polyphonic, and that kind of just ruined it for me. But yeah, is Viral in here? What's up, man? I'm the one son left out. Might even gotta be on the road at 5:30 a.m. Must be on the other side of the country. I don't think I ever asked where he's at. But would it make what more fluid, the SP in general or chromatic mode? Okay, so what I got so far, I'm gonna redo drums, right? Sounds a little rush with those chords. I'm gonna try one more time because I'd much rather not have a loop and just have. I'm gonna try it once and then I'm gonna move on. Try it here. Go chromatic mode. And go. Let's see. All right, forget it. Drums. this on mono. Yeah, making chromatic mode more fluid. Well, I mean, I think it's cool. I think it's good as is, as long as it's not buggy. And I mean, it feels kind of awkward if you're just using the pads, but you know, I don't have to be in chromatic mode. I can exit it and still, as long as you have a keyboard plugged in, you're good. So I think getting the best out of chromatic mode is using a keypad. Yeah, but then you do, I mean, I guess then you can get down to like chopping what you're playing, because you're playing in like loops, right? So, I mean, unless you're playing more than just loops, be jammed, because maybe you're more of a performer. I don't know, forget. And but for me, like, I'm not gonna play 16 bars, you know. So the way that I work is I want to be able to make a loop, and then I want to edit out parts so I can arrange it. So you can do that if you have a piece of audio that you've recorded in with a keyboard, but then you're gonna end up, I guess you're gonna end up just chopping the audio so that you can kind of rearrange or arrange. Let the SP do what it does best. It's a sampler FX box. You'll play 16 bars of a solo. Okay. Yeah. So I don't really, for me, yeah, it just, you know, it's cool to play in loops, and like I'm saying, in the way that I do things, it's just more flexible if you're playing in MIDI notes, right? Because ideally, I guess the way I would actually use erase mode would be to kind of arrange a bit. It's like do like a breakdown. Say I have some chords or a melody, then I can go in erase mode, and like towards the end of that, I may like hold down those notes. It'll erase them, so it kind of breaks down into a different section. Haven't gotten there yet, but that's kind of how I would do it in an MPC. But with an MPC, I would just go and probably use grid edit and delete those notes, and then have it lead in to a different section of the beat. I'll be right back. Yeah, I'm gonna see. Let me see. I might just go back to that. Get this little organ there. Yo, Caesar, what's good, brother? I got this mini plus thanks to you, bro. You know, but let me see. I think if you played it and chop your sample, then play back the chords or whatever, you can get a nice workflow. You can also build a section by section workflow, build a hook, verse, bridge, etc. Then use the sequencer to place the parts in order you want. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense if you like play out different types of sections for sure. I think that's what you're trying to get at. I guess I'm never that creative. I just, you know, build one sequence that's a loop and then like remove things. But I also don't really get a lot of stuff completed. So yeah, work King O Caesar. Slow. That's cool. Yeah, we all get some time off this week. For sure, I'm looking forward to that. Gonna be a nice little short week. Yeah, I got a little overtime in before, and now I look forward to having some time off. Hanging out with the family, playing with some new toys here. I'm gonna actually see if I can sample in something else here from this, from the 101. Kind of want a choir in this. See what that sounds like, some kind of Vox. All right, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Looks like the stream is kind of going, kind of falling apart. It kicked me out. And now y'all see that little that black box overlaid over, covering kind of the MPK mini. Y'all see that, huh? Yeah, I don't know how to get rid of that. It's just, it seems like it pops up after my app like kicks me out. There's some kind of issue, and then it brings me back in, and then there it is. What I think what that is in the app that I have is the chat window. That's where the chat window usually is. So I don't know if I can fix that anyway. I wish there was some more people out there that actually use this app that I use, so we can troubleshoot this and help me figure it out. But most people I know that stream don't do things the way I do. They don't use their phone to stream. I mean, I guess I can keep going. It bugs me though. It kind of looks like the stream is blurry, but I gotta fix that on, I guess, on YouTube. So it still looks decent, just that black box in a way. Well, that's annoying. Okay. I just sample some random stuff in. All right. See if I can get something with that. Why do I prefer the one shots over the MC-101? I mean, I'm just trying to figure out a good workflow. I feel like I'm having a little bit more luck with the one shots. Just because I don't know. It's just, last stream, I didn't think it was going that well. I was trying to sample the MC-101 directly in and do loops. No, the glitch where it kills the external input. I mean, that's a little weird because I'm streaming and trying to talk while I'm, like kind of explaining what I'm doing while I'm trying to sequence stuff. So when I turn on the sequencer, yeah, the external sources automatically shut off. I mean, I think it might be useful, but the external source is set to a MIDI channel, like a MIDI CC, like one of the keys on here will actually turn it off, will trigger it, but it's a MIDI note on off message because it's a key. It's an on off one, so like you can hold the key down and it turns it off, let it go, it turns back on. I guess was that intentional? I think it should be. It shouldn't be, because it's like the external source is considered a pad as well, just like all of these. So I think it shouldn't be. I think they should unprogram that, and maybe that would resolve that. I don't know. the late 80s horror movie vibe. This right here. These are like some synth boxes. Yeah, Jaime, YouTube censored that second comment you put up there. I had to approve it. Linking two pads together. I've tried linking them together. I haven't used it like that to like resample anything yet. Oh, you've been using my drum pack, man. I appreciate you picking that up, man. Thanks for the support and encouragement with that. So if you do want to try out one shots, I also have the vinyl sample pack, vinyl one shot instrument sample pack. That one's a little more. It goes for $14. It also has drums in it. But if you guys do want to pick something up, pick one of those up in my store or anything in there. It's you can use the coupon code 3. Yep, Jaime, there it goes again. He just wanted to test it. I had to approve. I had to prove that word. Yep. Yeah, I've heard of the random sound generator on the 101. You can blend MC-101 sounds to create unique ones, like sampling them in and then layering them and stuff. Yeah, that's a good idea. Nope. You're like, this is just fascinating, you bro. That didn't work. YouTube only speaks English. I actually want to try to redo these hi-hats. So let's try to get these things set up. Again, I'm gonna zoom in just so I want to use the zoom. I don't know if it's gonna matter right now because it's covered up by the damn black box. See, is that gonna be covered? There's a big delay over there on YouTube. Okay, it's kind of not covered. Okay, so shift global over channel win. What's that black box one there? Okay, so I'm gonna, damn, see, I'm mad about that because I can't explain shit while I'm trying to do it within the pattern sequencer. So I'm gonna erase the hi-hat. I add a different one, something a little more, some more changes and differences. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, B Jamming, you're right. I'll probably get into the step sequencer. I just got to get that. I've tried it before, so I know that it works and all that, but I need to get familiar with it so I can move it into my workflow. Okay, I'm remembering now though because I think I was watching SP vids. I demonstrate how to get in there. Now I remember how to get in there. You just gotta in your record, in your damn record setting. You can switch it from real time. You can switch it from real time to step sequencer. Alright. Yeah, so this is a cool little hack, y'all. We stumbled across this earlier in the stream. I'm gonna have to make a video on this little hack. It's pretty dope. I didn't think of it when I was doing my video on the MPK Mini, not on the MPK Mini, but the Oxygen Pro Mini. But I assume this is probably possible too. So what I was talking about earlier is that you can't use note repeat for the keys. I don't think you can. But the way that this also works in the Oxygen is the note repeat that I think is tied to the ARP. So you can use ARP to control, to do like a hack to note repeat, because you're not playing more than one key. So now if I have keys that don't have any sounds on them and I press them down, it's gonna cycle through that. So if I press these two, I get a slower hat, right? And then let go. This is actually gonna work very well for the SP, because I don't think, like with the MPC, if you do like if you record MIDI notes over MIDI notes, it'll replace them. But in this, I don't think it does. So this actually works a lot better. So if we go like this. So I think ideally I would turn, I think I already have it at the highest. The division is at 1. Yeah, so this is on triplets with 132. Okay, so I'm gonna have to have, so when I go into record, I'll set it to 132. I think it is by default usually. So Okay, I messed up. That didn't sound right. So let me go into pattern sequencer if I can see if I can erase these things easy. See if I can figure out how to do it. No, I don't know how to do it. Hit remain. Okay, that's what it is. All right, so then tell me again, and then sub to select your. Oh, okay. Cool. There we go. Time travel, bro. I don't know, man. The whole idea is starting to scare me. Time travel. We may be on some poetry right now, but I don't know. I think that shit might be real. Real. It was kind of cool for a second. Let's try it again. That's not working too well. $78. Yeah, hey, King of Caesar, I'm using this Shure mic right now with the cloud lifter. Check. Make it louder. Hallie Star, good morning. I don't know what's happening here. Okay, accidentally. Okay, there we go. I don't know, maybe it's not like such an easy hack too, because I feel like if I want the note to change, I gotta hit it like half a note before. That's why it's like sounding like it's coming off. I mean, that was better. Well, not quite there. Try again. I want to do this. I want to get these chords because I want to add like that vocal thing, and then probably that'll be it. This is the note that controls the external source. Check 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Hey. That's weird. All right, Varo. Take care, man. Peace. My kid ain't got school all week, so we get to chill a little bit. Nah, this ain't it either. I wish there was like a setting in here where you can set it. Maybe there is, but where you can like have the MIDI notes replace each other. So I can just go in and do 16th note hi-hats and then add in 32 note hi-hats when I want them to, and it'll like replace them rather than what it does now. I think it just records over them and doubles them up and stuff. So yeah, of course, I'm just making things hard on myself because I could just use an MPC and it would do all that, right? So yeah. That roll feature, I don't really, it's weird. Like when I first saw the announcement or the leak of this, I thought for some reason the roll feature would be just like a no repeat, but it's not. You know, so and I can't remember if the other SPs, the OG ones, had the roll button or not. Could someone tell me if it did? Because I thought it was a new addition, but really I think how it works, my understanding is it just repeats a loop, and then you can choose to cut the loop in half or quarters, possibly eighths. And so it just like, I think what it does is just chops that loop in half and then chops it in a quarter, chops it in an eighth, and it just repeats it, you know, at a quarter, half, or an eighth or whatever. I think pretty sure that's how it works. Yeah, they should. All right. All right, so back to MIDI channel 16. All right, let's wrap this up. Like I always do about this time, when I don't finish a beat. I thought I was gonna shut it off a minute ago because that little black box in the corner was pissing me off. It was just kind of. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what y'all talking about. Let's cover the chat window. Let's have a little chat. I'll call it a night. King O Caesar left. Peace, bro. My son Andre. Yes, we talked about the roll feature. Yeah, well, missed opportunity, but who knows? So if they didn't have, I don't know, maybe they're just trying to be original. They just didn't want to completely copy the MPC. Yeah, I don't quite remember if there was I don't think there was a roll feature or roll button in the past 404s, because I think I would have tried it before, because I know I did some kind of hack to do hi-hat rolls with my 404A that I had, where it just pretty much it was kind of similar because it was using loops, which I think the roll button does. So I just pretty much just chop the endpoint, like pull the endpoint closer to the start point and loop it, and so it would just repeat itself. So it wasn't necessarily accurate, but you could do some like quick little rolls that way and just resample them in with your other hi-hats. Yeah, possibly they could enhance it. Alistar wishes that Roland would make an effects pedal. Don't they have something? I feel like they would have something. And BJam says, well, it's basically that. Is there any? Can you control the SP with a pedal of some sort? I think you probably could, because I know you can, if there's like some sort of MIDI controller pedal, or you could use some kind of MIDI controller and just put it at your feet. And I've seen someone do it. I don't know how you do it, but I've seen someone control the effects in the SP-4 from a MIDI controller, so you could probably use it in that way and just slap the MIDI controller on the ground or something. The SP is basically that. Alistar, I've given up on its beat making, just stick with MPC. Yeah, I mean, I could see how you could give up easily. Like I've struggled through a few different streams. Y'all seen me fail, I think. At least I feel like I fail. Like, I mean, usually when I come in the stream I don't finish anything, but yeah, it's been difficult. But I think I did pretty good. I don't know if y'all are feeling this beat, but I'm kind of feeling it. I feel that I'm more successful in the sequencing, other than that whole chromatic glitch going on. I think it's been relatively successful. And I'm getting used to the sequencing. So I think I like sequencing the sounds within itself. I think that works a little better than so what I was doing last stream, what I've been talking about is like a pattern sequencer template where I, pre-program pad presses so they can like instantly I guess loop or instantly be inserted into the pattern sequencer by putting blank pad presses in and then just recording to those pads and doing that from like the MC-101 or whatever external keyboard or synth or sound module. Well, I mean, it could be cool. I'm not going to give up on it. I'll try it. I'll try it some more. I'll do another stream with the MC-101, but I just wanted to try this, because I got this and you can control this with this, and I think it works pretty good. I like the Akai MPK Mini Plus. Just looking at it on my desk, like I said, it might just be because it's something new, but it looks inspiring, and I like that I have even an additional 5 more keys versus the Oxygen Pro Mini. I think it improves controlling chromatic mode in the SP, because you really can't have, you have access to the whole two octaves. And you have octave from C to C, right? But I did this one thing I didn't figure out in the last stream was if this had a transpose function, because the Oxygen Pro it has it built into like right here where you can hold, if you hold shift then you get the transpose, and if you don't then it's octave. This doesn't have anything physical like that, but if you do go into you know, shift, you press the stop button, which is global, the first setting is transpose, so you can transpose. Which is useful if you're like me and you're only playing in the key of C, you're only playing with white keys, you can just transpose and then you are playing in a whole nother key. So that's helpful. I've never seen this. Save to MPC PGM. I guess. Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. I just stumbled across something I didn't know this can do. So I'm not sure I'll recall that, but it looks like you can save, I guess, like kind of like a session of settings. So I bet if you unplug this, like with most MIDI controllers, I think it resets everything. So you can have those saved, but I'm not sure how to recall it, but I'll figure that out later. That's interesting. Ben, what you mean enhance the software in the SP4? Like in this actual thing, or you mean like the app that they have? MC909 MK2, MC909. That came out a long time ago, right? I can't even picture what the 909 is. The 404 is just not a good sequencer. The MK2, I think it's, yeah, I mean, it's not comparable, I guess, compared to other stuff like an MPC. But yeah, I mean, it's improved. It's definitely improved. You have like all the things. You have the screen. You have quantization. You can change the bars. I don't even know. I didn't mess with the sequencer in the old SPs, the 404A, and before that, like, yeah, that was, I can't even imagine now. So, and I've almost given up on this one. So I understand you guys, you know, and you have other tools like the MPC. So I understand why you would say it's not a good sequencer, but it's not that bad. It's not that bad at all. It's just some things are kind of slow, like the erase thing. And yeah, now you can use a step sequencer. But I don't forget who it was. I mean, there should be a way to be able to erase all the notes of a single pad at once without having to use the erase mode or having to use the step sequencer. So what I've been trying to demonstrate is you just, you know, you should make a copy of your sequence every time you do something new. In case you mess up, you can just delete it and then copy that old copy over and then just start over. So that's much quicker than using the erase mode. You're sequencing the 404 with the MPC. Yeah, I'm not super into using samplers with samplers. Like, I think it's kind of redundant. I like to try to squeeze the most out of it. Alistar, no, you don't have any sounds in the Mini Plus at all. The sounds are coming, they're one shots inside of the 404 MKII. And some of them I sampled out of the MC-101. That, like, the brass is sampled out of the MC-101. It's right here. And then I just put it on here and put it in chromatic mode. And then some of the other stuff you're hearing, like the bass, well, the bass is part of the 808 is part of a pack that I'm putting together. It's gonna be a really inexpensive just bass pack I want to throw up there. But then, like, the guitar, it's a guitar sound that I sampled off of vinyl. And then, yeah, then there's like a organ that's from the 101. Yeah, but I have a, see that really raw, really dirty sounding, that's from something I found off of vinyl. I have a one-shot instrument vinyl pack, everything sampled from vinyl. Nice horns. Okay, MPC is just bulky and not as portable. Yeah, I always thought that the way they made the new MPCs, like, they kind of took a step back with the design physically. Like, they were almost like the MPC 1000 was at least, like, kind of, I guess I would say, aerodynamic. It was more rounded. You know, the Live is like, it's got these jagged edges and stuff, so it seems kind of awkward. It's just literally just a box, right? And then with the MPC X, I guess they gave it a little bit more of a aerodynamic, sleek design. But yeah, Live 2, I don't know, the Live 2 with the speaker is a little more, is it a little more rounded off on the edges, like on the front of it? I think it is. Still kind of just a rectangular box. Slim it down. If they could do that, yeah, it'd be kind of interesting. It'd be cool to see what they come up with their designs. Like, they're just, you know, and I mean, it's all just cosmetic, but it would be interesting to see what else they come up with. Make it more portable. Yeah, I mean, the Live now, after you see, like, after you have the Live 2 and you pick up a Live, it seems like it's more portable, in my opinion, but it's just all relative. But I would like to see something more portable. That's what I keep saying. Like, I think, imagine them making something the size of this. They could directly make something. Look at this whole section right here. This could be like an Android or like an iPhone sized touchscreen. And you can make pads like these. These are good pads. Y'all can't deny that. The SP-404 MKII has great pads that are super responsive. And Akai could make, like, I think these are MPC ONE size pads. They could even make these size pads on them. I would think that would be cool. If they made an MPC this size with these size pads, they've done it. And they're good. They're quality. They're responsive. You know? These are good pads. You can finger drum with them. Imagine an MPC vibe in a box the size of an SP-404 MKII. Yeah, like I was just saying, and make the screen a little bit bigger. It would be interesting to see if they made, I was talking to the King of Caesar about this. I don't know if he didn't really necessarily sound very interested, but because he's like he's definitely a hybrid guy. He uses the MPC with the software. He loves, you know, DAWs and plugins and all that. And I'm totally the opposite. You know, I've been in that world. I've tried that world, but I much rather just have a really basic system with everything kind of just simplified into one unit. And that's why I think that the new MPCs are great. I've had more recent, like, kind of a bitter opinion about everything that they try to cram into it. But I was bringing up the fact, not the fact, but the idea, it would be interesting. And I think it was like Sample Kings made a video about this, and I imagine He made a video like they're trying to like make something that competes with this. But I wonder if Akai would make an MPC that's kind of living outside the ecosystem of the MPCs that we have now, but still have some of the power. Like, would they make something that actually doesn't have a touchscreen, but still has some of the power that the new MPCs have? Something that really just stands alone, something that doesn't even connect with the software. Maybe it could, but maybe something that just stands alone. And it is interesting. I didn't even realize it until I seen someone's video. I think it was this guy named Dylan Paris who makes videos on, I think mostly standalone devices on MPC, Machine, and the Force. But he was talking about the Force, and I didn't realize this, but the Force is like Akai's, and it's really the only standalone sampler. Not just, I guess it's not just a standalone sampler, but is the only. Well, he was describing it as like probably the best standalone device that you can use to make full songs with. And it's like the most like a DAW just in a box. And it's the only device that Akai makes. And I didn't even realize it, that Akai makes a device in the Force that is solely a standalone device that doesn't interact with its own software. Like, I think you can use it with Ableton, but it is its own self-contained standalone device, which is cool. And it kind of makes me curious to use it because I am trying to make full songs. And it is the one device that has like all those features in a box that is most like a DAW. It's got a linear mixer, it's got a arranger. But anyways, the point is that Akai does make, they have a device that lives outside the world, that is a sampler, that is a sequencer, that lives outside the MPC ecosystem. So it would be interesting to see, because they took a chance with that, right? And I guess it didn't necessarily hit too hard, but they made some improvements on it, and then they actually hiked the price up on it. But it would be interesting to see if they made something that was kind of like an MPC that was living outside of the ecosystem. Yeah, it's just curious to see what they'll come up with. But I'm expecting something soon. I mean, eventually. And it's actually kind of wild to think. I seen someone post something up in the MPC group about how it was 6 years ago when the MPC Live came out, the OG one. What do you think about 6 years? It's not that long. And like everything that they've done in the meantime, they came out with the MPC Live, the MPC X, the MPC One, the MPC Live 2, MPC Key, I guess the MPC Studio 2. They've done a lot of stuff in the last 6 years, so they're actually moving very quickly. How many MPCs at Live 1, Live X1, Live 2, MPC Key 61. So in the last 6 years, they've come up with 5 MPCs. Okay. It seems pretty soon for them to come out with another MPC, but it's actually, when you break it down like that, it actually seems like they're overdue. And then someone else put that there was another post in the gang, and I heard it somewhere else, like on a forum, that there was like they usually find these little leaks within like the code of the OS of like the firmware or whatever. I don't know how they do it. Some guys find it. But there was some kind of there was something that wrote that said it was typed out was like MPC XL. So, and I know a lot of people are hoping to see a MPC X like upgrade. So maybe that's what that is. Wait, where we at? I saw that. What you think of the IRA compacts? I've never used an IRA. I know when they put the 404A out, it was supposed to have some kind of connection with the IRA stuff, but I've never used them. I like compact though, so that kind of interests me. But what they put out, the chord machine, they put out like a vocal processor. I forget what the other one was. I guess samplers and samplers is a no for me too. Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know. It's just redundant to me. Now, sampler with a dope ass keyboard is sexy. Well, I hope you get that one before you get that before that turkey is cooked. Use the poly and play. It's kind of intriguing. I just like samplers and sequencers, but I don't know. That thing is pretty far left. That's your main sequencer. I use a tracker as my sequencer. Do you use the poly and tracker as your sequencer? What is the poly and play? It's not a tracker. Just sequencing the paths, giving a great sequencing. I don't know what are you talking about sequencing on the MPC again? Because I read that earlier. Do you like the Mini Plus? Are you gonna sell it? I like the Mini Plus. I do. So far, it's to me right now. It's very inspiring to look at right here. I like how it works with the 404 in chord mode. I don't know. I don't know. I seem kind of. Because with this, I don't know, maybe I'm just confused at the moment, but I feel like I have to switch octaves to access the full 2 octaves that you get in chromatic mode with this. But with this, I feel like it's all accessible at once. Maybe I'm just tripping, but. I think this is a little bit simpler as far as like getting into the menu and like switching MIDI channels. Yeah, because with the Oxygen Pro Mini, if you go in your global settings and stuff, it locks up some of the keys. So I kind of like that better here. But I need some more time with this. But it sure does look pretty, I think. It looks nice on the desk here. But I mean, some of the stuff, if I can't figure out, it's just kind of overkill. I mean, maybe ideally if I was gonna find a keyboard that works with this, it wouldn't have all this extra stuff, because, well, I mean, some of it's useful if I dive in and like learn this, because you have all these knobs and you can control some of like the stuff like the arps and the note repeat over here with the knob. So I just got to get more into it, but I do like it. It feels nice and looks nice at this moment. Don't come for the live too. I'm a super fanboy right now. Fanboy right here. The live can do no wrong. Yeah. Live about to get replaced though, bro. Something with the new kid on the block. Nah, I don't really know. Gonzo Beats was good. And OSR The Journey, I didn't mention you, but was good, man. I did respond to some of what you were saying. PM1 and 26, what's happening? I have those Era compacts. You have all of them? Haven't used them yet. The boxes are nice though, kind of blue, orange, and red. Got to break in that J6. So what is the third? I know the J6 is the chord, and then there's a vocal one, right? What's the other one? Is it like a drum machine? If Teenage Engineering can do it, so can Akai. They could have a flat, small MPC for sure, but you'll pay for it. King O6, I thought you said you were leaving earlier, but I'm glad you're here. I would get an updated X, hands down. Yeah, I'll probably grab it. I've never owned an X. I never tried an X. I kind of tempted to, but I think I'll wait to see if something comes out with this new little hookup that we have. Mr. O. You know, I haven't addressed that on here. Kind of keeping it low key, bro. MPC in controller mode will always be better than get out of here, Ali Star. With your I'm a hybrid mode guy. I don't need that shit in here. Better. He said better. Better is subjective, man. If more possibilities, more power, and all this and that to you is the definition of better, then fine, it's better. But it's better for you, bro. It is subjective. I just don't need all that. I don't want it. I know there's options out there, but I don't want them. I want to be standalone. I want to keep it simple. I want to see what I can do with something simple. Keep it, bro. I know you love selling gear for sure. How do you know, bro? Oh, because we were talking about that a little bit, I think. Gonzo Beats always catch me live when you're on a smoke break at work. That's what's up. That sounds kind of good, bro. I don't smoke anymore. But damn, you're making it sound nice. You are still here, King. Awesome. You won't want to get rid of it, bro, if you get the X. If you get the X. Yeah, I'm not gonna get it because I won't get the X. I mean, I have an opportunity, it seems like, to get any piece of gear I want. That's just between me and you, King O Caesar. If that's a hint for anyone else out there, then okay. But I always like promote Zounds. Zounds is my go-to, you know. If I ever needed a piece of gear, like I started the YouTube channel by buying an MPC Live through Zounds on the pay-as-you-play program. I paid like $250 a month for 6 months. And like, I think for a minute, I was like, the wheels were turning in my head. Like, I'm going to start a YouTube channel and this is what I'm going to do. Figured out, okay. And I was like, yeah, it's a new MPC. There's going to be some hype to it. I already know how to use MPCs. I want to make some videos. I don't necessarily know how to make videos when I start making videos. But what's the point? I don't even know what I'm saying. But no, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait to see if, with that little leak, if there's going to be an MPC XL or whatever MPC comes out. Because I don't even own an MPC right now. I swear, I just, someone asked me last stream, I sold the Live because it was bugging me. And I really wanted to use that what's it called? And my phone battery's starting to get low. So I'm gonna, and I've been at it 2 hours. I'm gonna end this soon. But, yeah, the Favor Pro, that shit was cool. I tried it for like one stream. And I think it's pretty dope. I probably would have bought it. What was it, like $70 or something? It's cool. A lot of functions, a lot of presets you can just throw in there. It's more power than what you have in the sim on this, the 404 vinyl sim on this, or the 303. These are cool. I mean, don't get me wrong. And that's pretty dope. But I got rid of it because, like, every time I try to load up Flavor Pro, it took a minute, over a minute, for it to load. My MPC would freeze. So I had this sampler. I figured I might as well learn this because that's irritating me. So I sold that. And I had this inclination. Maybe I was wrong. It was just Black Friday sales. They dropped the prices on the Live and the One. I was like, you know what? I'm going to sell this. I'm going to wait to see what comes out next. So you guys are probably going to see me with whatever MPC comes out next. And I'm probably going to pick it up no matter what it is. Just try it out. Because I do have a feeling, and King O Caesar weigh in on it, that it's going to be an MPC that has better processing power. I don't even know if that's the correct language, correct terminology. Better RAM, processing, whatever it is. So things move smoother to accommodate, all the new stuff that they're putting in, the new plugins and the presets, instruments and all that. So in the meantime, I'm just going to be on a 404. Y'all going to see me on this. And I'm going to be messing with other things that go with it, like these keyboards and all that. Yeah, I hear you, Ali Star. I don't know. I'm sick of new features. I think I just want to see improved features improved that they have. You know, I think there's so many features that are in the MPC that could be improved. You don't need to add stuff. Just make the features that exist better. But then again, I guess it's subjective in the way people work. But I don't know. Maybe I should keep talking because, for one, the sounds browser came like a year after I was talking about how the MPC should have an expansion player. So I said expansion player, not sound browser. I was talking about an expansion key group player that was a plugin. So it would host your plugins and your expansions and it would stream them. That was my thought. It would stream them to the disk and allow you to access them much more quickly and have exactly what they put in there with the sound browser, categories that would categorize everything, because your key groups are already there and the MPC doesn't take advantage of this other than when you go into the expansion section in the browser, it categorizes them in order. But the MPC could take advantage of that because the way that they label them, because if you make an expansion, you want to label it like this, where it's a I forget how it is exactly, instrument, and then the type of instrument, key, and then the name of the instrument. So it could take advantage of that file naming system, and then you'd have a plugin that would host them and recognize them, and you can go through expansion. You can choose to go through expansion or through category, strings, keys, brass. So the MPC made something. I think they made something that is not as good as what I imagined, but they made something that's similar. I think what I'm imagining would be better, but I don't have the capability to make it. But they decided to go and make plugins instead of a key group player. Maybe that's more beneficial to them. You know, it's more profitable to them. But it kind of still, it does leave key groups behind. And I guess, I mean, that's just I guess that's the capitalism. They're capitalizing on that, and they're making their own. Or if I can think the word of, they're making something that only they can make, right? So key groups don't really compete, and that you don't have this whole user and you know, graphic user interface. So key groups are cool and you can get a lot of them, but people selling those doesn't necessarily compete with the plugins, although they're still kind of slow. They're not, I mean, it's not super slow. It's a lot faster than loading a key group up because it's kind of streaming, but it still loads it. So it's slow, and compared to like even keyboards that we've had for like decades, where you can, you know, sound motion keyboard, you could just press a button and that preset is there. So it is kind of slow in comparison. Why? I don't know. Maybe they're bigger. Maybe they have more samples in them. Oh, King of Caesar there in stock at Zounds, huh? Let's see what else he's saying. You won't get rid of it. Come back to the dark side, young Anakin. I'll be there. I mean, eventually I will. MPC. Akai. My first sampler I ever had was by Akai. It wasn't an MPC, but my second sampler was an MPC, and it was an MPC 1000. My first sampler was an Akai S20. So MPC's always been my favorite way of sequencing stuff. The other one is a T8. It's a drum machine. Okay. TV303 emulator. Okay. I kind of want to get the boutique 808. I think that's, if I was gonna get like a drum machine, it might be that little mini 808. Nothing like watching beat making while I'm catching cancer. That's funny, but it's dark. Yeah, I quit smoking 6 years ago. Quit smoking cigarettes 6 years ago when I found out I was gonna have my first kid. I was like, all right. I just have these little periods in my life where I just get fed up with what I'm doing, with the shit that I'm like self-destructive shit. Every now and then though, like, I mean, right now, because I'm sipping a little bit whiskey, that kind of sounds nice. But I always was more of a, I guess, a social smoker. I never smoked too much. I mean, like, relative to what I heard, like people smoking packs a day. I never really smoked a pack a day unless I was like super social. I would smoke like in social settings. I was more like smoking a pack every 2 to 3, 4 days. I smoke on American Spirits. Before that, it was like Marlboro Reds. Before that, it was I forget they were called. There was some kind of Marlboro menthol. And now I think, from what I hear, they don't even make menthol cigarettes. It's like illegal. All right, I got 5% of my phone. I'm gonna try to get through this. MPC Kids says they're all in stock. Yeah, they're in stock at Sounds. That's what's up, man. You're gonna get it soon. I don't need best RAM processing controller mode. Yeah, not interested. I don't. Sorry, I don't need no new MPC. I stick with this era like the oldies. Stick with. What are you talking about? This era? You just bought an MPC KEY 61. You have the newest MPC. I think so too. They have to make it a little more powerful for sure. At least 4 gigs like the KEY 61. I'd like to see 8 or 16 to 8 gigs minimum if I had my choice. Yeah, that'd be cool. Well, it'd be interesting if they did it like Apple would, where you could pick out the model, at least, because I know Apple's kind of like greedy where you can't upgrade their like iPads and shit, where it either has 64 gigs or has 128. So at least use that model, right? Like you can get the new MPC XL with 4 gigs, or you can choose to get it with 16 gigs, but it's another $2,000 or something. At least offer that, right? Hey, Andy Mac told me that all the plugins are now built into the operating system. Huh. That's interesting because yeah, with the KEY 61, there's no like download section, I don't think. I'm gonna try to plug this in real quick. Hopefully it doesn't mess up my stream. But I kinda wanted to keep chatting with y'all. Usually when I plug in the charger, it shuts off, so get ready for it. It didn't. The extra files are just to authorize and activate. Thought that was weird myself. Guess there's a lot more reserved space for us than we realize. So they're in there. That's interesting though. So they're in there already, but you have to buy a license to kind of like activate it for you to be able to see it. Is that what you're saying? So like even if you have an MPC, I don't know, how does that work? How does that work with Alisar? Have you downloaded the new Mini D and the Air Pro effects, the Pro flavor? How does that work? Because when I had my KEY 61, for the moment that I had it, I didn't, when you go into preferences, I didn't see the same activate plugins section that you have with the other MPCs that I had with like my MPC Live or Live 2. They redid the architecture, probably. Like the older MPCs can't handle it, or what? Packs. Let me see. Packs. What is it? Laugh out. I'm on weed bags. What? Oh, okay. Weed bags. Okay. Jameson on deck. Yeah, got a little Jameson. Roland Boutique TR08. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Gonzo Beats, I can still buy menthols here in Hawaii. Oh, okay. Cool blue, homie. Is that what you smoke? But gotta get back to the grind. All right, yeah. All right, peace, Gonzo. That was a long break, bro. You can't lie. That was a little extended for you, wasn't it? I feel like it was. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Was that just a 15? Yeah, I had trouble with it, so I got in a bid call with Andy, and he fixed it. Told me how it's all set up now. Oh, that's cool. That's what's up. He answered. I didn't know he was that accessible. I never talked to him on. I've actually had a little bit of chat when I when I received that broken Key 61 and made that post on in the gang. He hit me up and was gonna send me some free plugins to get me through my hard times. So that was a nice gesture. Lunchtime. Oh, awesome. Okay. Yeah, I work nights too. Not this late though. Where are you at? I never work this late anymore. All right, but peace, bro. Thanks for dropping in, man. I appreciate you. All right, let me wrap it up before I mean, it's 2.5 hours. Let me wrap this up. Who wants to watch this after the fact? Yeah, no, I mean, I'm kidding. I appreciate y'all coming and kicking with me for this long. I seen a comment about Ali Star saying there's a big black square over my Mini Plus. By the way, thank you for letting me know. Had you been in here earlier, Ali Star, you were sleeping. You didn't come in earlier. I explained the black box. I'm just messing with you. Yeah, that black box has been there because I don't know why it pops up, but my app sometimes will kick me out, and like it starts buffering, and then it kicks me out, and then it's like, do you want to jump back in the stream you were doing? I'm like, okay. And then the black box popped up. I don't know how to get rid of it. I was gonna jump out because like this looks corny, you know. But I think that's kind of like where the chat window would be in my app. And like I shut it off. I didn't even have it active, but I shut it off and it still doesn't make a difference. Like I can't monitor it in the app. That's what I've been doing lately, is monitoring it on a tablet, so I just watching my own stream on YouTube, and I can talk to you guys through there, because I was having issues before with monitoring it. And it's actually better on YouTube because I can't keep up with it in the app, because every time y'all talk it like jumps down and I can't like scroll through it. Anyways, that only matters for anyone who might want to start streaming from their Android phone on Camify Live. I stopped paying for the app. I stopped paying for it, so it has I figured, you know, why pay for it? It maybe gives you some other privileges, like it removes the watermark. But I'd like to let y'all know this is the app that I'm using. So if anyone's out there considering streaming and they think that they don't have all the gear that they need, you have a phone. That's all you need. If you got an SP, plug it into your phone. You can be streaming right away. That's it. Just your phone. Android, the Camify Live app, that's free. Phone and a MIDI cord. Shit. I figured that'd be valuable to some people. Just seeing it in the corner right there, bottom right corner, right over the SP Camify Live. That's the app. You gonna start streaming? Quit making excuses. All you need is your phone. Everyone's got a phone now, right? Anyways, yeah, who's in Hawaii right now? It's freezing where you at. It's getting cold where I'm at too. I'm in California. Studio strings, I did like those studio strings as well. Real only. Those are nice. Those would be, so I bought the fabric. Those would probably be the only other plugin I would buy on the MPC as of this moment. Why is the square blocking your keyboard? Yeah, we went over that. Because I don't know, man. I've never been able to have a problem-free stream ever. So one day, just noticed it, huh? I actually, under that black square, what's sitting there is the new MPC fold. The MPC the MPC boy. It's the new mini MPC. It's hidden under that box, y'all. And I'm keeping it hidden from y'all because I have inside information. So under that box, this is the newest MPC that you've never seen and will never be invented, because this is all just a lie. You get that in OBS too? Huh. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up. We're coming up on 2.5 hours. I was really just trying to do like a half-hour stream. I came in at like 1. It's like 3, almost 3:30 now. So I think it was relatively successful. I had a good time talking to y'all. So yeah. God bless. Stay humble, but be bold. Lift noise and run with your dreams. Oh, and if you want to support the channel, yeah, go ahead and get, go in there, click them links. You ain't got your MPK Mini Plus. One of y'all said you ain't decided to get it yet because you got too much gear. Who was that? Who was that? That was not you, real one. You already had one of these. If your wife's already looking at you weird, you might as well pick it up, bro. Go ahead and click it through the link. Get it from Zounds. Put it on a pay as you play. It ain't that bad. Tell your wife, you know what? It's only going to be $25 a month for the next 6 months. Don't worry about it. It's not even a problem. I am the one, son. It was you, bro. Your wife just, you don't understand. But we understand, bro. That's fine. Anyways. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all's support. You're always over here. All of you are over here. Ali Star, PM126, not 126, PM26, Gonzo Beats, Real Only, OSR The Journey, B Jam and Ben, PBB Beats, Pedro, right? Pedro, Jaime, all y'all, Viral Beats. Every single one of y'all always come in here and kick it with me. I appreciate y'all. Y'all make this stuff not dull. That's why I love doing this now more than anything. I could be making a video. But once you go live, man, there's really no going back because just having the connection with this whole thing, it's unmatched. So I appreciate y'all, for real. All right, I'm gonna be back soon. I'm gonna get one in, I think, Wednesday. Actually, tomorrow's supposed to be my live from the 9 to 5 beats at work thing. Who knows if I'll do that? It's not super inspiring to do, but I might try it. Maybe I'll take the MPK Mini Plus to work with me and do it that way with some one shots. We'll see. Maybe I'll see y'all tomorrow. All right. God bless with it. Take care.